Alright, what we got here is a 2015 YZ250FX. What I'm about to do is I'm going to assemble this head. The valve seats have already been lapped, and all the port work, I finished it just a little bit ago. So time to put it together, and after I get this together, I'm going to do the whole motor. There's going to be two separate videos. So let's get started. Grab a couple of gloves. Now this is all brand new OEM stuff. I just laid it out so y'all can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing, what parts I'm using, but I'm not going to leave all this on the workbench while I'm trying to actually work. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. All right. These are the intake valves. These are for the intake. These are titanium valves, OEM. Those are the keepers. This is the exhaust. These are the exhaust. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to do the intake and the exhaust separate. These are the lower valve seat or lower spring retainers. Set these over here. And we've got the okay, these are the intake. I put a black dot on the ones that are intake. Those are intake. So these have got to be the exhaust. That's the exhaust. Intake. Intake. And these are the valve seals. So I believe those are all 119. No, 3. Gotcha. Guess we're going to do the intake first. Now all I have, this got these little dials right here. I've just got a 2x4 block that I'm using to support the head. In a minute, when I use the tool to press down the valve springs to put the keepers on, the block comes in handy. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to need is some assembly lube. What you want to do we're going to take, probably be the best thing to do is to, I'm trying to find a place to put this so I can take and dab it down in there where I need it, because it's actually too far in the hole to put this. Yeah, we're going to put it right here. And then we'll take this little dentist pick, and what we're doing is I'm putting some grease, assembly grease, Molly something, I can't pronounce it, but you want to put it wherever metal surfaces mate. But got it on the valve guide. You know, it'd probably help if I used a brush, but all I'm doing is trying to just get it down in the hole. It don't take much. And I don't want to use put it on the actual retainers, because then I get it all over my hands. So what I'll do is I'll use a spring. Actually, I'm going to use a magnet on the back of this. The bigger ones, no, that's not going to work. I need a needle nose. Here, we'll take these. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, next thing is going to be the valve seals. For this, I'm going to actually see if I can find one of the old springs in the valve. So I can see where the hell they put them at. Let's see, we got all the old ones right here. Actually, bring that back. It's a little too close. Go in. There. I'm going to use one of these old springs. One purple one. One blue one. And make sure that's cleaned out. Now the retainers, I'm going to show y'all what I'm about to do with these. There it is, one already on that one. Okay, set that aside. This is a tool designed to put valve seals on. However, make sure that sucker goes down on there. I think this is too big for that, and I don't know where my small one is. So, plus, I'm trying to show you guys at home how to do it. Y'all might not actually have the tool like that, so I'm going to show you how to do it with the parts that your bike comes with. We're going to take the valve seals. Okay, we got 4 of them. There's these 2, and then these 2. These are bigger, so they're going to be the intake. Yep. Had to take a second look at that. Alright. What we want to do, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and put all the valves in, because I need the valves in for this to work. Now when you lap in your valves, there's a coating. Can't hardly see it, but there is a coating on this valve right here, titanium valve. You don't want to use this valve to run lapping compound. You'll mess up the coating. So you use the old valve, lap in the valve seats, and install the new valve. I know it sounds like it don't make a lot of sense, but it really does. Got something down in there that I don't like. There, that's better. Now, I'm going to turn this over. Like, that damn thing's not going to stay like that. It's got that little doodad on it. So let's just try to make it work somehow. That'll work right there. So we're going to take the valves and put our little grease that we got down here. We're smearing all over the place. I'm going to put some on the stem itself. We'll slide it in place. It's a titanium valve. You can always tell. Magnet won't stick to it. The magnet's actually trying to stick to the seat, but the valve itself, it's not magnetic. Now let's grab another one. Got this crap all over my finger. And watch out when you're doing this packages over your parts. These little staples that are in these packages, they'll fly out and get hung up in your motor if you don't watch it. Alright. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need some lube. Trying to get those numbers and letters even. There we go. Now let's get the exhaust. One. Two. I'll slide it down in there. Put that one down in there. Now, that looks good. Okay. Now we're going to turn it over back where we were. Set it on the Duma flopper right there. And put the valve seals on. You're going to take your valve spring that's got the retainer in the top of it. You're going to take the valve seals. Be careful not to damage these. Don't stick the pliers down inside the hole. Stick them on the outside. Just set it over the top of the valve. Make sure you put a little bit of assembly lube around the seat itself, or the guide, the top of the guide, I'm sorry. And we can put it inside the seal too. I mean, it really don't matter, but just a little bit. You don't want it to go on there dry. So I'm gonna grab it, stick it on like that, and let's go ahead and do the other ones while we got it. That'll work. There's one. There you go. Doop. All right. Now, take your valve spring with your retainer on the end of it, turn it upside down. Well, that didn't work too good. The damn thing fell off. Let's try it again. Place it upside down on top of the valve, and you're going to press until you hear it pop. Hear that? The valve seal is seated. Slid right on there. Now I'm going to take my magnet. Probably going to have to push the valve down. There we go. Let's do it on the other one. See if y'all can hear it. See, it actually seats. Came up that time. Now we're going to do the same with the exhaust side. We're going to put the valve seat on there, upside down, press, and it's stuck on that one. Stubborn. That's just my luck. The damn thing decided it wants to stay there. Let's drop it on the valve. And there it went. Alright. Got it. Now these are the old ones. We don't need them no more, so I'm going to put them back in the bag. Get it off the table so I don't get it mixed up with my new parts. So we got four valves, 4 lower retainers, and 4 valve seals already installed. Now we're going to do, this is the intake valve, or intake valve spring, I'm sorry. One. And these are on back order right now. Luckily I had some in stock. These are intake. Need a razor blade. There's one. I find it strange that the intake valve springs were installed or put in a bag with staples, and the exhaust were not. Alright, here's another critical part that you want to pay attention to when you're doing these. This, and Yamaha is good about it, and I think some of the other ones are too. They color coat the top of them. They doesn't only tell you the strength of the valve, also if it's intake or exhaust, but it's the top, the color. If you'll see here, it's wound tighter down here than it is up here. The side that's wound the tightest goes down at the bottom. So we're going to put some assembly lube, because this sets down on the lower retainer. We're going to set that there, and with the color up, but it doesn't always have color. Some aftermarket ones don't have color, so kind of help out. You know that you just look at the wound, the end that's wound the tightest, and it goes downward. I'll put you right there. All right. Don't need that. We got the upper retainers for the intake. These are the bigger ones. Again, we're going to put us a little assembly lube. Now this is that damn air compressor. Put the valve seats. About damn time. Alright, get the keepers out of the bag here. There's that. These are all the intake ones. I'm not going to get the exhaust open just yet. So what I'm going to do, well, come on. If you don't have a valve spring tool at home, you can try the method that I'm about to try. But I've actually got a deal that's made for it, but it ain't no different than a socket. Damn it. You load the keepers up just like this. I'm using these little needle nose so I can. Don't put grease on these damn things, because they'll give you hell. Alright. I'm going to bring this up because I'm going to need some space because my arm's going to be right there. Put that up. You don't need to put a little bit out there. I'm going to put this on. Shouldn't need it for a while. Now, this little doodad right here, let's turn it around. I'm going to place this right over the top we're just going to press. See how it seated the keepers? Oh, that one didn't quite go on there. It did then. Alright. Let me take that down and then you can see. There you can see that seated them perfect. Way easier than using the damn C-clamp spring thingamajig. Damn thing gets on my nerves. They're handy when you need them for certain applications, especially exhaust valves that are really tight, dual rate springs. But for this application, no. Titanium valves are lighter, so they require a lighter spring, which that makes it a little bit easier. Drop my razor blade on the floor. Now, this is the exhaust side. We're going to take the upper retainers for the exhaust. See, this don't make any damn sense. I guess it's different production lines. This is stapled, and this is heat sealed. Whatever. I think it'd be cheaper to heat seal everything. The damn cost of staples. I'll cut this one out. Now I'm going to put some lube, and this assembly lube is mainly for startup only, just until the oil gets up there and everything oils the motor. Just want a little bit on it. Take that, put that there, put that there. There we go. Now we need the keepers for the exhaust side. So I ain't gotta keep picking this damn thing up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. These will about drop that damn thing. Put one there. Make sure you don't put them upside down. I have had that happen before. Get in a hurry and drop them in there. There. There's that one. The taper part goes down. It's like slanted. Now I need this. Turn it sideways so I can get my hand. We're going to set that. I've got several of these, but this particular one, damn it, see, it didn't go all the way down in there. Did then. That one did the first try. I like to just give them a little extra just in case they're not fully and a lot of people ask me this. They say, well, when you press down on this, you'll bend the valves. It's not true. when you're pressing on the keeper, the upper retainer, you're putting all your pressure on the retainer and the spring. Now, if you let the valve stem get hung underneath the retainer and you press down on it, then you could bend the damn valve. But the valve really has no pressure on it when you push the tool down. With this particular method, you could change the valve seals without even taking the head off the engine. To run the piston all the way up to TDC, which is top dead center, pull the cams and everything out, and then take your tool, and there's another tool with a magnet on the inside of it. When you press down, it actually takes the keepers right out of there. So, but I don't know who would want to do that. If it's to the point to where you need valve seals, you probably got enough carbon buildup in there that you need to take it apart and redo the whole head. So, there you go. We're going to clean up our mesh right here. Let's turn this over. Valves are installed. Looks good. Just go down there. They're all seated. That looks good. Next thing I'm going to do is shim it, but it won't be in this video. For now, this is complete. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to switch over to a whole separate video of putting this motor together. And I'm going to put it together pretty fast because I'm running behind and this motor's got to be done. So I'm not going to lollygag and spend a lot of time doing it. Hopefully it only takes me about an hour and a half. Normally they do 3 hours. I've got a torque wrench here for the smaller case bolts. It's 8.7 foot-pounds, which is 94 inch-pounds. It's preset, and I've got another torque wrench for the big stuff, so I don't have to constantly keep changing the settings on this one. I have a separate one for it. So if you would, stay tuned for the next video. It's coming up. Thanks for watching.